Never seen something pass. What a terrible Tuesday, guys. What the hell? Damn, this week is going down the tubes, right? Down the toilet Tuesday. Welcome to the Crypto Otaku. That's me, of course, the Crypto Otaku, bringing you the chaos in the crypto space every single day. What the heck did we get ourselves into this week? Wow. Talk about a fire sale as everything burns on fire. Holy crap. We might have to actually get our cash out of the trash this week. Look at this. Gotta dust that thing off. Might need to use that. I think I got a hole in it now. Jesus. Yeah, I got a tear in it. Yeah, we've been a little rough on this guy here. So yeah, how you guys doing tonight? Hey, Moonlabba, welcome to the show. How the hell are you doing? Hope you're staying afloat. Right now. It's nuts. It's nuts right now. Crazy. Hopefully all the things are working. I'm not getting any sound. Oh boy. Yeah, looks like all the sound's working. Weird. Yeah, so it's getting kind of crazy out there, right? It's getting crazy. Hopefully the music's working. I don't know why I can't hear my music. Weird. But yeah, the show must go on. Yeah, dude, have you seen what's going on today? Oh my god, you couldn't make this stuff up. I thought I was living in the Twilight Zone. I just got back from a really long trip. Damn, it's nuts. I woke up from a nap and I saw this Apple nonsense. I'm like, what in the world is happening? I feel like I'm living in the Twilight Zone. Jesus. Good to hear that, Moon. Good to hear that you can hear me. Alright, well, we got a lot to go over like we usually do. It's kind of weird because it's a down day. It's a very bearish-driven news day, and yet we've got a lot of bullish stuff still sitting on the back end on the news as well. I'm like, I don't understand why we're keeping ourselves down. We know where this market's headed. We know that it's going to be the most disruptive world, technology, right? So this is what I'm wondering. I'm wondering, what are we waiting for, huh? What are we waiting for? I don't know. I feel like, again, we're living in the Twilight Zone. I don't know if you guys seen this. I just want to dump into this right away. Yeah, Apple crashes crypto, apparently. Paul Barron covered this. I caught this on my way home. Look at this.
Big day,
What's
everyone.
Going on with Apple?
Biggest day of the year. Who's fired up?
What the hell?
Beth is fired up. Doctor?
I feel like I'm living in a different world. Look at this.
Introducing
Nonsense.
Vision OS 2.
Game mode is coming to iPhone,
They got
enabling
game
a
mode
more
on Apple
immersive
iPhone?
experience.
Games that
man,
take
there's so
advantage
much
of your
innovation
space.
happening with
Now
Apple
here's
these
Craig
days.
to tell you all about what's coming in iOS.
iOS suggests a tint color that complements my wallpaper.
Thing color.
Now they really pop.
We can change the
Next,
color of our things
let's
now.
talk about iPadOS, or when the tab bar elegantly morphs into the sidebar and back.
Oh,
Next,
my God.
I want to talk about a feat that some may have concluded must be a mathematical impossibility.
This one totally
That's
flew over
right.
my head. I don't
We're
own an
bringing
iPhone, so I don't know what the
calculator to
normies are
iPad.
using, but
it makes
there's
solving math
no
easier than
calculator
ever. Next,
on the
let's
iPad?
talk about
It makes no
macOS.
sense. I feel like this is all made up. I feel like nothing is. This ain't real. This world is not real. We have already gone in full dystopian future mode. This is nonsense. I don't get. Why are you watching?
To access my phone, I just click here in my
And
dock.
we're talking about features
Boom.
that have been
And
incorporated
there's
into
my
Windows
iPhone.
10, like from back in 2000 and.
It stays
man,
locked, so
2015.
nobody else can access it.
Dude, I
Introducing
just can't. So I don't know what's going on. And then they had their partnership with OpenAI, right? And everyone's kind of going, oh, dude, there's a lot to unpack here. I just don't see like how this is affecting crypto, but apparently it is. Let's see if we can get that up here as well. I think I saved it pretty quick. Apparently, yeah, Apple's tap to cash. It's a new feature that's coming out is going to threaten crypto payments. I don't see how this is going to threaten crypto payments. You still can't tap other people on the other side of the world, right? Is that a thing we can do now? I don't know, man. Yeah, a moon label. You try to make some sense of it too. I don't know. I feel like I woke up and I'm living in a completely different society, a different parallel universe, right? Yeah, Moon Label says, what the hell is even this? Elon Musk has been tweeting about Google and OpenAI, Apple and yeah, exactly. That's the two biggest collaborated partnerships I never thought ever could happen, being that OpenAI was so tied to Microsoft, right? How did they get partnered with Apple? I don't know. I don't get it. And now Elon Musk is saying that, and we have that to cover too. We're just diving right into this right away, man. He says that he's not going to support this, right? He's going to ban Apple devices if OpenAI is integrated with OS. I mean, that's a bold statement for Elon, and his worry is probably going to be just the open attack of AI on users. Dude, it's crazy too, because I was actually I got home, I took a nap, I woke up, I saw this crazy nonsense on my phone. I was half asleep, and I'm like, this is not real. This can't be real. It's sure enough real. I wasn't dreaming it. And then what I followed that up with was, I saw some ads targeted to me with generated AI content for new hoodies. Because I buy a lot of hoodies, right? I wear a lot of hoodies on the show. I seen it directed towards me. I'm not going to say exactly how. But but I was like... But it was created content that was obviously generative AI content directed towards me. And it's like right after this. It's getting crazy out there, man. I'd be really careful as to what you do on your cell phone these days. Oh, man. And then who has access to it, too. This is why we are a very, very big supporter of ours truly. Yes, we need this faster than ever. Because we need to democratize our data. We need to be able to have and hold and have ownership of our data. Because this stuff is slipping away fast. And Elon Musk has a good... he has a good reason why he wants to, to ban this, or at least stop the integration on the phones. This is gonna get nuts, man. It's gonna get crazy. So yeah, let's just dive into our normal BS, and we'll cover some of these articles. But I think we have to jump into this quick. It's all this stuff is happening so fast. We're gonna wake up one day and we're gonna be like, when did this happen? Well, last night. It can be incorporated that fast. Anyway, so yeah, Bitcoin, of course, going kind of sideways after it hit back to $67,000 ranges. I haven't been keeping up with Bitcoin or crypto at all today. On my trip, I've been just so focused on other things. Moon Label says, I had one conversation with a friend about IVF, and days later, I got an IVF clinic. Wow, exactly. And I joke around about the Domino's thing all the time. Domino's when I'm hanging out with my buddies. And I get it on my phone. I don't eat Domino's. I eat mostly plants, so I don't eat Domino's, man. I gotta try to live as long as I can in this dystopian future we live in. But yeah, look at this: $34.814 trillion in debt as we go into Fed rate cuts, possibly opening up tomorrow. Conversation. We'll see. The odds are they're saying that it's going to be a 60-70% steady no rate cut, right? So we'll see. Fear and greed index slipping into the fear again for the U.S. stock exchanges. We'll see where that goes. And of course, crypto being a little more bullish, sitting at 74. It's funny. We're actually more bullish than we were yesterday. We're 72 yesterday, and yet we are down another 3%. So it's kind of crazy how this is really playing out. But yeah, a lot of people getting shorted, liquidated to all hell, just wiped off the mat. They were talking about 75,000 traders were liquidated today. Just today. We got that to cover as well. So dollar kind of rising, of course, from yesterday. We covered this. Dollar is going up, man. This is why we're seeing Bitcoin steadily coming down in price. And yeah, we didn't even dive into that. We broke our trend. This is not good. In the short term, it's not good, but in the long term, it won't matter. We are talking about, of course, Plan B, right? We talked about Plan B's prediction that we could see a bottom of 64 if possible. That was something that he came out with last month. So I still think, yeah, we're really strong going up forward, right, in the bull run. But we could retest the $64,000 level. We are bounced. Look at that. We bounced right off of one of our old targets from back here in the beginning of the month, the end of last month. It's funny how all these old levels of support just are old levels of resistance become support. So it's just overnight. You just got to keep an eye on it. And yeah, our next level, of course, would be down here, 64.9. That would be the next stop, right? 64.9. And after that, I mean, we're going back down to 60,600. Will we go that low? I don't think so. It really depends on what happens tomorrow. We'll see. Anywho, I just wanted to quickly go back into those ranges and show you guys what we're looking at as we dive further into our TA. So yeah, of course, crypto bubbles. Pretty bearish today, man. Hardly anything holding on the hour. It's coming up a little bit, but look at this. Jazzby's down 10%. WorldCoin's down 7%. Ordi's down 8 and 9%. Sheep's down 5%. Even Sheep is down, guys. Oh no. Pepe's up 6%, which is really weird on the day. Very strange. The Sui 4%. Everything is on sale, guys. This is the time to be buying. Do not be afraid. Do not be fearful. These prices. I mean, tell me in the chat. What do you think I should pick up today? I got another $100. I'm just gonna throw at it because this is a down day, man. We gotta take advantage of these sales while we can. And Jasmy 10%, man. I've been buying. Like I said, I changed my allocation strategy to Jasmy $10 every single day, and I'm gonna continue with that. I might just throw another $100 at Jasmy just to say F it. 10% down, 10% up next week, 20% up next week on Jasmy. Who knows where we could be as we push it back into the 5-cent ranges. That's what we're bullish here on. Jasmy, Bitcoin on the exchanges. Look at this dip, dude. How the heck can we be so bearish at the time right now? We're at the lowest we have been all year. It was at 2.48 million for all the billions of people in the world to fight over. 2.48 million left on exchanges. And of course, we got to dive into, I've been saving it for us to go over now. How much left on the open market for over the counter? And this is the same amount that came up yesterday. So I don't know if this is completely accurate. I don't know a really good metric to really cast this, right? I think you can look it up somehow on maybe Glassnode. Might have over the counter on maybe just Coinbase. That'd be a good indicator. But yeah, I mean everything that's on Coinbase right now. Again, Bitcoin's just dwindling down to nothing over time, sitting at a 876,000 balance, right? We're talking about a little less than half, it's 2.48 million left on all the exchanges in the world, and 876 is just here in the largest exchange in America. Crazy. Jasmy jumped hard. Buy that. That's what Moon Lambo says. Dude, I'm gonna buy that right now. Thank you. I'm gonna buy $100 Jasmy right now. Here we go. Good to go. All right, done. So yeah, that's what's going on with Bitcoin. Of course, we got the Bitcoin treasuries. I've heard that BlackRock kind of slipped today. Their trend, their crazy accumulations over the last few business days have kind of slowed down. Look at only 91 today versus the previous. Actually, that wasn't today. It was yesterday. They probably went into the negative today just because we slowed on this trend. But yeah, they were buying up what was it? I think it was 500 million Bitcoin. It was like $500 million worth of Bitcoin in 2 days last week. It was crazy. And that was all the exchanges. So yeah, that's what's going on. So yeah. Top 10 cryptos. Anything really changed here? Cardano sitting at number 10. Nothing really changed here. Some of our coins are slipping in position. Of course, we're covering Jasmy going down to 55. Everything in top 10 is still holding. Near coming up at 17. That's interesting. Chainlink at 15 as well. Everything is red, man. Look at these charts. Look at these charts. Pick up the one with the largest dip down. Not financial advice, so it'd be a good thing to look at. Top 10 assets in the world. Bitcoin is sitting at number 9. I was curious to see where. Looks like Apple. This makes no sense. I feel I'm living in idiot world. I'm the idiocracy, right? We're living in idiocracy. Why is Apple stock up 7% on today when they had nothing but nonsense to tout, right? Nothing but nonsense. I guess the OpenAI ChatGPT news is good news for Apple, but it's like not really, because it means that they're just relying on other things and other people for innovation. And I've been saying for years, Apple is kind of dead when it comes to innovation. They just keep copying everyone's ideas and just not doing anything unique or interesting for their market. Like, I just don't get it. I don't understand it. Anyway, nothing really here to see, really. Saudi Aramco, that's interesting that kind of had a little bit of a dip. I mean, it is the largest oil refinery or whatever. Bitcoin rainbow chart, of course, as we say every single day in these levels. Look how long we are going to accumulate if we just keep going sideways, right? It is a great day for buying in. DCA. If this is your first time in crypto and this is your first first bull market, it may be a good time for you to start going sideways as much as you can with Bitcoin as it goes sideways and DCA into that. It's a great entry point. I would say, as we have things to cover as well for millionaires out in space, saying that we're just waiting for a breakout. Anywho, so we're gonna dive into some of these news articles that I kind of handpicked because there's, like I said, there's a lot of bullish news, but it's a bear market at the moment in the short term. Apple's tap to cash start in crypto. I don't know why this is being touted as threatening crypto payments. Like, we still have tons and tons of use cases for crypto outside of people using their iPhones and their normie shit. like come on, how does this affect? I don't get it. We have tap to pay for everything, right? We've always had this. This is just from user to user, right? I don't know. But yeah, does Apple tap to cash endanger crypto payments? Crypto has been steadily gaining a global acceptance, with 6.8% of the world's population now having cryptocurrencies. That's a small, tiny number. Moon Lambo says AI makes stock go up, just like saying metaverse makes stock go up for 2 years, like 2 years ago. Yeah, that's right. Coming out of 2021's bull run, anything it touched, metaverse last cycle was like the thing you jumped on. Now it's AI. It's crazy how we went from that too, metaverse to AI. Now metaverse plays don't really do as much as, compared to AI. No, not at all. Despite its growth, widespread adoption faces significant hurdles. Key among them is, of course, the lack of regulation, of course, by the U.S. SEC, which relieves crypto assets vulnerable to security risk and volatility. Unlike traditional financial institutions, which are regulated and protected, cryptocurrencies operate in a decentralized environment. This lack of oversight can deter merchants and consumers. That's right. Although the regulatory environment for cryptocurrencies is improving, it remains inconsistent. Countries like South Korea, Japan, Germany have established clear frameworks. However, many others, including the frickin' United States and India, we keep hearing about India being held back too by their exchanges, have ambiguous guidelines. With this inconsistency hampers the confidence needed for broader adoption. I can't agree with that more, unfortunately. I just think that after the election cycle, right? I think after this election, we are going to open up. We cannot lose this space. If we lose this space, America is doomed. We cannot save the dollar without crypto. I repeat, we cannot save. The cash is trash, right? We cannot save this trash without crypto. And there's plenty of news. We're going to get into that, as well as presidencies and presidential candidates are pushing crypto now. I think Biden's going to flip. I'm telling you. When we start getting some, if we actually even get a debate, I'm actually almost convinced we're not going to get a debate at this point, because maybe Biden will play some sort of card where he's unfit. I mean, you've seen him lately. He's a zombie. I just watched the video. Again, they're all meme videos, right? But I just watched the video of him losing his cognition to get off stage. And they had to get people on the loudspeaker to say, "Mr. President, over here, Mr. President," and He'd be. I mean, I wish I was making this up. It's a sad day in our world. It really is that we have to watch. Biden, like just kind of fall apart at the seams. It's terrible. Anyway, moving on. Crypto adoption worldwide, a source AAA. Moreover, the user experience with the crypto payments is often seen as cumbersome. The inconvenience and managing multiple wallets contrasts sharply with the simplicity of using debit cards or Apple's tap to cash. Are you serious? I guess the normies are going to flock to the normie stuff. The mainstream payment processors limiting their capacity to handle high transaction volumes efficiently on blockchain networks that log behind mainstream payment processors. Right. Apple's tap to cash leverages its existing ecosystem and offers a frictionless and secure payment method. Are they going to take the 30% share? That's the question. That's the reason why they haven't incorporated crypto. Because they keep trying to strangle the market for more cash. That's why they have one of the largest war chests out there. It's because they have that 30% fee on every platform. It's unfair. It's an unfair advantage, and I don't know why they have been able to get away with it for so long. Thank God Epic Games stood up for that. And that was the whole Fortnite nonsense, right? I think they dropped, didn't they drop a lot of games? Again, that's probably they pushed that game feature thing on the phone because they're losing market share to gaming. You cannot fight gaming. Gaming is everyone, everywhere, all the time. I know I have old ladies at my job that are playing mobile games still. Like, everyone plays games. It doesn't matter what the age group is, demographic. There's a game out there for everyone now. It's 2024. It is the largest market, bigger than movies. That's right. So anyway, 7 ways to buy Bitcoin and other cryptos with Apple Pay. Until crypto can match these ease with security traditional payments methods, it may struggle to compete with innovations such as Apple's normie tap to cash. That's right. You got to follow the normies, man. You got to follow the normies and follow the money, as we say here all the time. But unfortunately, this is going to hurt crypto a little bit. I can see it, but in the long term, it won't because you do not have tap to cash overseas, right? Talk about like XRP and everything else, cross-border payments, the thing that peer-to-peer. You can send Bitcoin to any address in any state, any country, any on sovereign nation, it doesn't matter. It doesn't care what color your skin or the Android or Apple aspect of your phone. So we're just gonna get over this eventually. This is such a fun article, to be honest. Rich Dad Poor Dad author Robert Kiyosaki sees Bitcoin as the easiest way to become a millionaire. I 100% agree with this man, because it's the main reason why I'm gonna easily become a millionaire. I can tell you that. I mean, my stack has more than doubled since I got into crypto, and that's just Bitcoin. Everything else is either. Dude, I'm gonna get my first 100x with Jasmine as soon as it hits 4. Oh no, I think it actually did break 4.4, 4.5. So I already did get my first 100x. We slipped down a little bit now, so we're about a penny lower than we were when we at our highest for the year. So I truly believe crypto, not just Bitcoin, but Bitcoin will be an easy way for most people, right? But if you're smart and you follow the money and you do your research, you can too get 100x, 1000x, or whatever in the space. It's not too late. We're still early. 1000x is definitely going to be harder to do. I'll probably never will get 1000x. 100x is even harder to do now. But 10x's, sure. There's going to be 10x's here in the next year or two. The next 4 years, definitely. If your time horizon is even further out, 10x's will definitely happen again for you, I am sure. Bitcoin is the easiest route to millionaire status, Robert Kiyosaki says, the author of The Rich Dad Poor Dad. We talk about him all the time. He's out there all the time talking about Bitcoin and finance assets. Rich Dad Poor Dad is a 1997 book co-authored by Kiyosaki and Sharon Letcher. He has been counted the New York Times bestseller. If you don't know who he is, man, you live over a rock for like the last 30 years. So he has contrasted both investing with entrepreneurship, which he said that significant intelligence, dedication, and luck to achieve millionaire status. The famous author said that making millions as an entrepreneur is hard. I know. You have to be really smart and dedicated and lucky to become a millionaire. Starting your own business. But now he's saying with Bitcoin, he's recommending the cryptocurrency along with his preferred assets, gold, silver. He believes that gold and silver is God's money and Bitcoin is people's money, right? It's the people's money. So yeah, last week he predicted that Bitcoin will reach $350,000 this August. That's right, we covered that here. It was a crazy bold prediction. I don't honestly think that's going to happen. Maybe by the end of the cycle, that might be one of the tops we look at next year. But it's speculation. It's an opinion, he said, but it's not a lie. It's sucker's bait, and it's not necessarily a lie because the prediction is also the future and not a lie. I want $350,000 Bitcoin to be a fact, and I want it to be true, and it's only a prediction explained in May. He renowned Alfred said the investment. This is just kind of recovering the thing we covered last time. But apparently now he's saying that it's the easiest way to become a millionaire. Okay, moving on. Experts say dollar dominance debate misses the point. U.S. needs economic focus. That's right. That's what I'm saying. If we do not change the money, we are going to lose this country. It's going to hell in a handbasket every single day. Moon Lambo says $1 trillion market caps on multiple coins coming in by 2030. 100% full send it. I 100% believe 1000x is not that unreasonable. Yeah, I mean, that's still, if your time horizon is out there, 6 years, are you just getting in right now? It might be harder. It might be harder. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit there and say, hopium, the future is yours, grab it. Yeah, of course, but 1000x, that's tough, man. Stay strong. That's all I gotta say. Stay strong. Pick the winners. Pick your winners. DCA, deep, strong bags. That's what I gotta say. Experts discuss the U.S. dollar's dominance. Stephen Kamen, a senior fellow American Enterprise Institute, former director of the U.S. International Finance Division of the Federal Reserve Board. Mark Sobo, and the U.S. chair of the Official Monetary and Financial Institutions Forum, and former Deputy Assistant Director. Oh my God, these titles, man. Apparently, current Fed and Treasury members discussed the dominance of the U.S. dollar in the opinions piece published in the Financial Times, published on Monday. They argue that despite long-standing criticisms of dollar's dominance, the key focus should be strengthening the global economy rather than finding an alternative currency. They explain the dollar dominance remains due to the large, dynamic U.S. economy, deep and liquid financial markets. The strong law of noting that other contenders like the Euro, Chinese, or renminbi have limitations, they asserted. And like I said, well, not like I said, but like I have in my my little ending cut video, right? Where things that they said last year. These are mostly things that said last year, beginning of this year, right before the ETFs were launched. Jerome Powell was asked, like, hey, do you feel like we could lose the dominance? He's like, sure, yeah, we could lose the dominance. We don't have to be the only reserve currency. There's been plenty of times in history, he said, right, that we were not the reserve currency, and there could be two world reserve currencies. So it's just not something out of the realm of possibility. This is right around the corner. This could actually happen by 2030. That time frame you're talking about. It's crazy. It's nuts. It's happening so fast. We're gonna wake up. It's gonna be a different world. It's faster than we know it. And so you got to be prepared. You got to be prepared for it. Follow the markets, and I think I don't think we got to cover that, but Michael Saylor last week he had that was that podcast interview with I forget, was it the Steven guys, the coffee hour, right? That coffee hour shot, and he said specifically, and that's very, very. If you guys haven't seen that, it was amazing. That entire thing, it was really long, but as always, Michael Saylor likes to draw it out. But one of the things that he said, I mean, Michael Saylor made a very, very good point. He said that you shouldn't have to gamble, right? You shouldn't have to gamble and speculate and throw all your money into the markets, right, just to try to outbeat inflation. So you can hold Bitcoin and get 20 to 40% every year on year, right? Or you can throw your money into a savings account and get 0.03 or 0.3% or whatever bank account you have, and not even, just sit there and watch your money burn, right? As he refers to the melting ice cube in the past. Yeah, this is exactly what we're doing, man. Like, we cannot have this go on forever. And I think they're starting to figure this out. They have to do something, and that's why we go right back into it again, as we always do, referring to these freaking CBDCs, right? And we talked about XRP now getting involved with CBDCs with the country of Georgia. helping them establish a CBDC. And this is scary stuff, man. This is not happening. This is happening so fast, and we're still talking about CBDCs in 2024. And we're still rolling this into our bills. Like, they're passing law with back and forth, and they're slapping CBDCs in that FIT 21 and SAB 21 bill. You gotta watch what's gonna happen. We're not gonna notice it until they just give up free money, and oh, there it is on a silver platter. Here's $1,000. All you gotta do is just accept this line of payment from the U.S. government, and we're gonna send this to you every month as a UBI, right? Universal Basic Income. It's governed to you because you exist. Yeah, and then that's kind of much where we end up losing capitalism altogether. So yeah, instead of debating the focus on euro, RMB, CBDC, central bank currency, stablecoins, payment systems, and alternatives, the maligned scenario highlights the real issue is that the U.S. needs to look into the mirror. Oh, Jesus. It doesn't keep its house better in order. The dollar dominance will be the least of our worries. Yeah, this is gonna get heated, man. And we're gonna have to wait until the election's over for us to get right back into these types of policies in a big way. I think they're gonna try to pass the SAB 21, maybe not SAB 21 this year, or resolve it, right? But FIT 21 definitely is gonna probably pass by the end of the year. So yeah, BRICS meeting highlights shift to local currencies. I thought this was interesting to cover too. You keep talking about BRICS, keep bringing up BRICS. That's Brazil, Russia, India, China, Saudi Arabia, South Africa, and a few other nations all rolled up into this large group of countries that are trying to de-dollarize the world, right? This has been a thing. This is not something that just started, right? So Bitcoin happened in 2008, right? Bitcoin happened in 2008, but what else started in 2008? This. Why? Because of the back of the recession, right? The Great Recession, the housing collapse, right? That ushered in a ton of people talking about what's going on, and they're not happy. Everyone's not happy with how the world's working, and the Fed. I mean, the Fed rates. They're basically giving all the advantages to corporations. You know, the 5%, the 0.5% fees, right? 0.5% fees, basically zero fee interest rates, right? I'm talking about interest rates. Sorry, the interest rates. Giving that out to the companies, and then now we're in the situation now where everyone on average is paying an 8% interest rate on decent credit, 6% maybe. It's crazy. We can't do this forever, and we can't, like, now it's been 4 years without a rate cut. We are now in that realm. It's nuts. Oh. We back. Oh, I think I just lost the stream for a little bit. So yeah, that's what's going on with this, and of course, BRICS was created around the same time frame as Bitcoin. We cannot understate the coincidence of that. It's not a coincidence. We are mad at the money. That's why we have Bitcoin, and they are too. They're not stupid. So the BRICS nations Minister of Foreign Affairs convened on June 10th in Nizhny Novgorod, Russia. Jeez. And issued a joint statement after the meeting. They reaffirmed their commitment to the BRICS strategic partnership, which spans politics, security, economic, finance, and cultural exchanges. The ministries discussed several topics, including the use of local currencies and trade among BRICS nations, which reduces the reliance on the U.S. dollar. Again, we're attacking the dollar. The ministers underscored the importance of the enhanced use of local currencies in trade and financial transactions between the BRICS countries. They're calling a paragraph, yada, 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 that's the legal stuff, issued local currencies, payment instruments, and platforms to report back to the BRICS nations leaders, saying that the statements add declaration that was issued with the following 15, oh my God, yada, yada, yada. Financial architecture of food. Oh, this is interesting. They're discussing a global financial architecture for food and security. The ministers condemned terrorism, emphasizing the peaceful conflict resolution and supporting the African peace initiatives. Interesting. It's really interesting. And this is, of course, BRICS, initially formed by Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, which now is expanded to include Argentina, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates as new members, the UAE. The BRICS nations are prioritizing the low use of local currencies to trade instead of the U.S. dollar. This was the largest thing we saw last year when they basically took away the petrodollar, the primary currency used to transact in oil. It's over. We're done with that. That was the largest use case of the dollar. And now, with the supposed, remember that happened at the beginning of the year? With the auction, the Treasury bonds auction, which failed. They had a hack. Supposed China was hacked. Their largest bank that settled the transactions was hacked, so they could not purchase any of our debt. And now we are stuck with the debt, right? And I think we're just going to see more and more of this as a retaliation to us printing this silly currency into oblivion. And we're going to put this right back in the trash where it belongs. We're not going to mess around with that nonsense. God damn it. Although I probably should start throwing that in my bank account and throwing it in Jasmine, not going to lie. So yeah, that's what's going on with the dollar and BRICS. Dude, I think we just keep seeing more articles about this, following up and up and up to the main event, right? Which is, of course, going to be dollar collapse. So, largest bank in Brazil. I thought this was really interesting too. Largest bank in Brazil. They just got ETFs this year as well for Bitcoin. Opens cryptocurrency trading to all users in the bank, right? Their banks are now settling cryptocurrency trading. This is what we're expecting to have in America if we were able to resolve the SAB 21 nonsense, right? This is it. They're already, every other country surpassing us every single day in some way or shape or form. I'm not going to dive into all this. It's basically, underlying, yeah, we're going to do this here. Oh, God. Maybe we'll just cover a little tiny bit of it. It's mostly self-explanatory. First, yeah, the bank has assessed the level of acceptance these assets had to the ION's platform, the bank investment app that they're using in Brazil, for the largest bank in Brazil. According to Guto, I just can't butcher these names. Acceptance was high as users trusted Itaú cryptocurrency custody solution, right? We're not talking about self-custody anymore, man. This is what we should be doing. Well, the countries aren't even going to get the opportunity. By the time they know what crypto is, the banks are already going to be custodying it for them. That's the scary thing. And it's happening faster and faster and faster. And the faster it happens, the least amount of people are going to be self-custodying their own crypto assets. Oh, man. And we're attacking that here in America as well. So, yeah, to clarify, the bank developed its own custody solution where each customer has a digital wallet with segregated assets. So, this is what's happening. I'm not going to go any further into this, but yeah, scary stuff. And you could look at this as bullish or bearish in different lighting, right? I look at it as bearish in the fact that they're not even going to get to expose most of their crypto asset users with self-custody. It's going to be the banks. You can look at it as, oh yeah, they're getting crypto and the banks are custodying it. That's bullish. Donald Trump Jr. advocates for father as leading Bitcoin proponent. And again, we're just following into this now. We've got Donald Trump Jr. in the news endorsing his father for the prime candidate for Bitcoin. Highlights Bitcoin Magazine's editorial. So yeah, we get again more Trump news, Bitcoin news. We got Donald Trump building a crypto army, and we got Elizabeth Warren still trying to build that anti-crypto army. She's been trying to build that damn anti-crypto army for like a year and a half now. Good luck. Because yeah, that hopefully her seat will be completely replaced in the next election for her seat for Massachusetts. Yep. Yeah, he's facing up to 25 years now in felony charges. Yeah. Okay, again, we covered it yesterday about how he could be the first president, the U.S. president, to have an ankle monitor, right? And he could be the first White House arrest. on White House arrest, right? That'll be interesting to see if we get that far with Trump. I don't know, man. I don't really want to vote for any of these guys except RFK if he makes it. Polygon unveils $1 billion grant program fostering Bitcoin or blockchain development over the next decade. I thought this was cool to kind of bring up as well because we don't get much Polygon news these days. I'm still very bullish on the project. I have a big bag of Polygon, and I really like the gaming aspect as well that, again, they got involved with before as one of the first gaming tokens people were talking about last bull run. Gala's really fell behind, man. I'm not really bullish on Gala anymore. Ever since they had that lawsuit, and before that, when they did the token V2, that the way they handled that was terrible. Coinbase kind of screwed everyone over with that. It wasn't even Coinbase's fault. It's just the way that Gala handled it. But yeah, if you guys are bullish on Gala, let me know why. I'm just not, man. So Polygon Community Treasury to release $1 billion in grants over the next decade. It's going to reveal beginning the $35 million Matic for an inaugural season. That's law allocation to as part of their Polygon strategic plan to cultivate strong community governed network as blockchain technologies go. Polygon aims to empower pioneering projects and push the boundaries of decentralized technology, and eligibility to grant hinges on projects that being pulled on Polygon's platform or those willing to migrate. I don't know. What is this mostly for? Developers? I'm assuming it's for developers. So the grants program is designed to support projects at various stages of development, with the community treasury allocating funds monthly following through. So I'm assuming this is part of their allocated tokenomics, right? These are the amount of coins that are on the sidelines. We can actually check that on CoinMarketCap and see how much they have for this sort of move on the back end. Let's see. Where's Polygon? Its total circulating supply is almost the total supply. So I don't know where they're getting this $1 billion. Must be one of the major investors or something, because I don't see it in the tokenized in the supply. Almost the whole supply is almost there, right? The fully diluted market cap's only 6 billion, right? Is it 6 billion? Oh, these numbers are too big anymore, man. They're too big. We need to just have B's after everything and T's after everything and Q's after everything. Are we getting into quadrillions at some point? Because the dollar's going to go to zero. We're going to hyperinflation. We're going to have quadrillions soon. We're going to have some quadrillions through. Oh, man. What in the world's going on? All right, let's move on. U.S. senators urge federal Jerome Powell, right? This is happening tomorrow. We keep talking about this all week. Bitcoin said at 67.2. U.S. senators urge Federal Reserve to cut interest rates. Warn the Fed policy threatens the economy. That's right. We talked about 63 banks on the brink of collapse last week. This could happen tomorrow, man. It reminds me of, what was it like? Oh, dude, it was like 3 or 4 months ago when you're like, we could probably see no rate cuts in the news, and I'm just like, what about the banks? Yeah, what about the banks? Because they can't handle this, and we have to allow the banks to survive with crypto first, right? Oh God, what in the world's going on in this world? United States is crumbling. Senators say it's time to cut rate cuts. It's been 4 years, man. Come on. And Biden says best. Come on, man. Hopefully get another one of those in the debate this year. They argued the prolonged high rates are stifling the U.S. economy and failing to address the core inflation drivers. The letter notes that the European Central Bank, ECB, and the Bank of Canada, that's right, as well as Japan and Germany, are all going to follow suit with these rate cuts. Why not America? Why not America? Senators emphasize that the high interest rates are driving up the housing and auto insurance costs, with major contributions to overall inflation. They pointed out that excluding shelter, the Fed's preferred inflation measure has been below target. Lowering the interest rates could reduce the cost of renting, buying, and building homes, which would alleviate the housing-related inflation and support home ownership, especially among young adults. I don't think so. I don't think it's going to help much. We're not even near our 2% target, and they keep changing the rules, right? We talked about that yesterday, about how that one news coverage is going viral, where they're taking the CPI and comparing it to the consumer price index just in the last year, right? It's a 2% difference. But in the last 4 years, it's over 20% difference. Like, we can't be using these these metrics, they don't add up. I mean, we printed over half of the supply, or we almost doubled it, right? We printed 80% of all the U.S. dollars in the United States in the last 4 years. Yes, that's true. Look it up. It's nuts. It's insane. So yeah, we're sitting at almost everything being worth double if we don't get inflation under control, but we can't do that. So right now we're seeing these prices trickle up to 25, somewhere even 50% in some cases. Like I was talking about cauliflower, it was up to like $4 for a head of cauliflower when it used to be worth like less than $2. Like that's more than 20%, right? We're talking about double. It used to be $1.50, $1.99 for a head of cauliflower. I measure things in what I normally buy. But yeah, the letter highlights the concerns of the economists, including Mark Zandi, who had warned that the sustained higher rate cut could cause severe economic damage and potentially lead to a recession. JP Morgan said, yeah, we talked about this too, about how the banks have been just terrified since the beginning of the year. Bank of America, of course. Jerome Powell saying that it's not the big banks, right? We have that that one quote. I could play back if you guys really want to hear it. But yeah, basically saying it's not the big banks, it's just the small banks. But yeah, Bank of America was at the beginning of the year basically saying, what about commercial real estate? It's basically a dead market. So it's not just the big banks, man. They can just gobble up the small ones though. Anyway, let's move on. Bitcoin falls below $67,000. More than 75,000 traders liquidated amid market decline. This is what I was talking about earlier. 75,000 traders liquidated in just the last 2 days. It's insane. I want to bore us with this. This is we went through so many articles already. But yeah, that's what we're seeing right now. People getting liquidated. Don't be shorting Bitcoin, man. Don't be long in it either. Just buy and hold. It's that simple. I don't know why we have to. We got to try to play this game. Oh, I'm gonna stack more stats. I'm gonna stack more stats. It's just keep reaccumulating right in the middle of a bull market. Are you crazy? There is so much market manipulation happening right now, and now BlackRock holds the keys. The more they accumulate, you're gonna see some weird, silly nonsense, man. We're gonna get whale games like you wouldn't believe. I really do believe that's coming right around the corner. Bitcoin's value is many multiples above its current price. The billionaire investor Bill Miller speculates, right? So yeah, its intrinsic value is many multiples of its current market cap today, and the asset in the center. This is why I'm like, I mean, it's really hard to find bullish news. This is why I'm trying to get a little bit of both today. But this is like one of the few bullish articles I found. We can kind of take a look at the. If you look at CoinDesk, by the way, look at this. Some of these articles are crazy. Jesus. Fed should cut rate credit. Yeah. Cardano's on track to the Voltaire upgrade this month. Yeah, I guess CoinDesk is a little more bullish. And I forget who it was. I was looking at. Was it Daily Hodl? 40% correction on table for surging meme coins and crypto for Phantom and Sui. Trader called 2021 crypto collapse updates Bitcoin outlook. It says Bitcoin's still on track for bull market. I guess there's still some bull market bullish news out there. But anyhow, that's what I see going on right now with Bitcoin. We have the I didn't want to get rid of that one. That one's actually pretty bullish. I don't know. This didn't pump the market at all today either. MetaPlanet, we talked about them last week and a few months ago when they first got involved with Bitcoin. Right? They're doing the microcellular strategy, the Bitcoin strategy, the micro strategy. Again, they purchased. This is their third round, right? The third round, a $30 million investment now into Bitcoin. So this is crazy. They purchased 1.59 more million worth of Bitcoin. That's 23.25. That's crazy. It's only 23. $1 million is only 23 Bitcoin right now, or less than that, 22, 21. That's crazy. That's crazy where we're at with that. Holding 141 Bitcoins now for their share. People were talking about GameStop buying Bitcoin. Like if they were they're starting to sell their shares right now. We caught them selling that a few days ago on the backs of Roaring Kitty. they started selling shares. So is that the strategy? Are they just being quiet about it? Again, I don't think they have to disclose that. But it would be really interesting to see if they start doing the Bitcoin strategy. Basically, it's going to be sad, but they're going to be able to print money like Michael Saylor on the backs of retail. The normies are going to give all the money to GameStop if they throw it on the Bitcoin right now. It's a crazy world we live in. This system is broken. And as Michael Saylor said last week in that Coffee Hour podcast, it was great. He admitted, Saylor just keeps pumping out the opium, man. It's insane. He was saying that I forget where I was going into that. Oh, God damn it. But yeah, if you haven't caught that yet, please watch it. There's so many great quotes on that. I covered it in one of my shorts. I still have another short coming out where I quoted a whole bunch of other ones. He said, again, too, the biggest one being you shouldn't have to gamble your money to to stay above inflation. You shouldn't have to do it. It's not. It shows that the money's broken. That was the quote that I was referencing. Is the money is obviously broken, and you don't have people being their own dentists, right? But we have people being their own hedge fund managers, right? That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing when we play crypto like this. Anywho, so yeah, MetaPlanet. That's what they're doing, and more companies are doing this. We covered that medical one. It was a Semir, right? A few days ago, last week. They got into Bitcoin strategy as well. All right, Bitcoin risks a $60,000 dive as Bitcoin bid liquidity thins out. I think it was Cointelegraph that had most of the FUD articles that I was looking at earlier. CBDC's threat to freedom puts under microscope. The judge okays early approval of 2.4 million deal. It supports. What's going on with like XRP, man? Like we're just gonna sit here with that $2 billion fee forever. Like, is that ever gonna get resolved? And look, they actually have a lower. This is the one we just covered about $1 billion grant, right? It's actually 720 million. So that's some false information we got from what was it? Cryptonews.net. Anywho, so yeah, that's mostly what I've got today. Apparently, Trump is the best choice for Bitcoin. I don't know, man. I would like to have hope for change, real divided, leadership. We got to get out of this two-party system. There's a lot of issues we got to deal with in this country. We just got to get over it, man. I really hope that we get more momentum on the back of RFK. If only they would. So I keep going back to idiocracy, and in idiocracy, what happens is. They don't vote for, or they don't even acknowledge I am sure, whatever his name is, the normal person, the smartest person in the world, because he sounds like a pussy. He sounds like a wussy. And I think we're getting the same idiocracy reference happening in real life right now. No one's going to vote for RFK because I don't like the way he sounds. He sounds like he's going to lose his breath as soon as he's done. This is the world we live in, man. People have so much wrapped up in looks and like comparing the other people to others. Like, what are you gonna do? You can't change the world. And it's not. So we're just gonna get another 4 years of Trump. It seems like, which is whatever. It is whatever. Alrighty. So yeah, that's all I got on the news, and let's see what's going on Twitter, crypto Twitter as well. There was a lot of fun stuff I shared yesterday. Didn't really find anything today because I was traveling the whole damn day. But yeah, surviving a Bitcoin bull run is not easy. Look at that. Yeah, when are we gonna get some of these dips, right? Some of these big dips. Are we gonna get another 30% drop like we used to? I think these are rookie numbers, man. 3%, 5% dips. Like we are right now. What's the biggest dip we had this year so far? We went from here to here. We're even higher now than we were before. But yeah, we had a 18% correction back in March? Yeah, back in March. Now we're sitting at from the very top of the year, all-time highs. We are only 10% down. And it's actually not even where we're at right now currently. We're actually here. We're 8.5% down from the all-time highs of crypto within like a month of its halving. I mean, come on, guys. Like, there's so much FUD for nothing. I'm used to this crazy stuff back here, man. I lived through this nonsense, right? A lot of us did. A lot of us lived through this, right? Are we gonna see another one of these when we're up here, maybe? Does it matter? Does it matter? And if your time horizon is so much out there, so much longer, so more bullish in the future, like Moonlamp was talking about 2030, right? Does it matter? I don't think it matters. I think we need to get our head out of our butts and hold on to our butts. Yeah, we got to hodl. Let's just kind of see how far some of these have fallen. And I want to talk about gold too. We saw gold dip over the weekend. It went from its all-time highs, which was pretty interesting to see that happen. When what's really affecting gold? Nothing really. The dollar's going up, so the gold's going to come down. I guess it's the only thing I could really talk about that's comparable to its price. So yeah, that's what I think is going. It's happening. Just take our time. We just gotta wait. We gotta wait it out. Wait all the FUD, all the news, all the nonsense, the Apple nonsense. I mean, we're gonna forget all about this in the next month or two. Alrighty. When red candles no longer phase you. Exactly. And he just gets mauled by Darth Maul, literally. Yep. And then Obi-Wan will take the reign. And do the same thing with Vader later. Oh God. It doesn't matter. Yeah, and we got more of these guys doing the stare down while on the roller coasters. This is the candle. This is the roller coaster. Yeah, it's boring. We're at 67,000 again, guys. Yeah. Okay. This is whatever. All right, let's dive into the normie stuff. Oh boy, here we go. iOS 18. Whoop the freaking do. Nothing burger. Absolutely nothing innovative except for we're gonna take ChatGPT and incorporate it because we're too lazy to come up with anything ourselves. Well, we had what was it, the Siri? They were talking about the evolution of Siri. That's what nonsense. Florida Panthers, Rebecca Grossman, Nvidia stock price. When people are still talking about Nvidia stock price, I think we're over. Yeah, I think it's overbought. iOS 18 beta. Tony Evans, Marin Morris hybrid. Cars? What are we talking about? Yeah, cars. George Lopez, Eagle Mountain, Georgia baseball, Karen Reed, Malawi, dude, John Fetterman. Like, Fetterman? The Betterman? Are we talking about Fetterman, the Betterman? Jesus. Why is he in the news? I haven't heard about him in a while. Oh, wow, his wife taken to the hospital after a car crash. Damn. Oh, him and his... Oh, my God. The guy's been through enough, man. I don't wish ill on anyone. I really don't. Moonlamble says you just have to ignore the short-term noise. That's right. As we go into our... Oh, yeah, I was thinking about this on the way home. Wednesday, right? We have the... we're going to have a volatile Wednesday, right? Because a lot of kids these days are having a hard time pronouncing their R's, right? And in V's and everything else. And L's. So I'm like, volatile Wednesday. That's what we're gonna have tomorrow with the Fed, with the Fed rate cut. We're gonna start calling Wednesdays volatile Wednesday. Dragon Boat Festival. I guess that's still happening. Black Ops 6. This is the same stuff we saw yesterday. Disneyland employees die in a golf cart. What the freaking hell? Florida, man. It's Disneyland. That would be California, man. That sucks, dude. Shark attack. I have been hearing some of my coworkers telling me about these shark attacks in Florida. That's weird, man. We're getting they're probably pissed off at us. They're biting us for polluting their water. they have this whole planet, dude. Again, going into that dystopian future. This is what we have. This is the world we live in. This is what we got. And it's going to be a world where AI are going to take over your jobs. They're coming for you. I can't stop doing this bit, guys. They're coming for you. If you're a telemarketer, a lawyer, a data entry clerk, accountant, a bookkeeper, a receptionist, a bank teller, a travel agent, a factory worker, a fast food worker like me. I guess on a down day today and the market's red. On a McDonald's hoodie and fast food workers, customer service representative, drivers. Man, They got like 5 years left, man. Drivers are going to be one of the first ones to go. And, of course, your fans, especially your romantic loved ones, as those sex robots roll out. Better than ever, apparently. Yeah, you better watch out. They're all after your job. It's humming. We're here in the dystopian future. Only a day away, metaphorically speaking. So yeah, that's what's going on. Xbox has a showcase. I didn't know about that. Gears of War. Man, they're still pumping out games for Gears of War. I don't think I remember playing a game since 3. Oh man, Doom, the Dark Ages. Man, it's a dark age for gaming, man. When we just keep pumping out the same stuff over and over and over. All right, that's all I got for you guys. Bitcoin, of course, trending downward. It's the same thing. The normies are not paying attention to our space. They're going to miss out. It's a fire sale. Fire sale, guys. Don't you forget. I'm buying Bitcoin today, but maybe not Bitcoin. Jasmine. I'm buying Jasmine today. As I said, I just purchased $100 on stream. But maybe Bitcoin is in your future. Or it should be at these low levels. Dude, these $60,000 ranges are ridiculous right now. The world economy and everything that's happening. Don't forget it. Don't count it out. Don't fade it. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call a stream. Watch out for Bitcoin, of course. Sitting at these levels, a big one to watch out for, of course, is we get lower than this $66,000 range. We are going to fall down, and we're probably going to land somewhere between 64. If we hit 66, so 66 to 64. I don't think we're gonna hit that. If we do, maybe we'll hit 63.5, right? Because it always hits below expectations, somewhere in between those psychological levels. So maybe we'll hit 65.5 or 63.5. It doesn't matter. Maybe we'll bounce off there, and then we'll go correct tomorrow. It's gonna be an interesting day, nonetheless. Tonight's gonna be nuts. You just gotta wait and see. You gotta wait it out. And yeah, the longer we stay, dude, I'm okay. I'd be happy if we go back down to 60K, man. Dude, we said it before. 60K is only 1% of the Bitcoin's only $600. Snap, snap. Keep accumulating. That's all I got, guys. So have a great night. Thanks again for joining us. Of course, my favorite one, of course, being Moon Lambo. Awesome. I really appreciate your love and support. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already, guys. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's going to be a crazy day. I hope you guys are prepared. I'm going to get 2 coffees tomorrow. All right. Have a great night. Buy Bitcoin. Don't let your dreams be dreams, right? Buy some Bitcoin. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Peace later. And arrivederci. Later.
The agency informed the NASDAQ and the CBOE that BlackRock and Fidelity's proposals are insufficient.
We can make the dollar the most attractive currency by continuing to have the rule of law.
You always print money to do that.
I suppose it would diminish our status as the reserve currency.
Just shut up. There's no expectation of privacy above me in the sky.
So Bitcoin is the solution because you can buy Bitcoin right